What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be doing our second episode in the tour around the United States. This is actually the third attempt at doing a live stream with this. The first attempt cut out about 10 minutes in the air. The second attempt cut out about 20 minutes in the air. So I have deleted both of those, reset my router, reset the modem, and hopefully we can get a continuous stream start to finish. So today we are going to be flying in the ERJ-145XR. I've got a Delta connection livery on here that I downloaded today, and I looked up this flight. It's flown by essentially Delta connections, but they don't have any ERJ-145s. They use CRJs. So this is about the closest that we're going to get to it. But without further ado, let's jump right into the cockpit here and begin setting up this plane. Now, everything is completely cold and dark. We've got nothing done. So we'll go ahead and begin by powering everything on. So what I'm aiming for here, we're not doing a realistic time because I'm trying to shoot for a nice sunset for you guys. So something cool that I added into the stream, which I'm sure you guys noticed it, was that intro scene with the music that gives me a little bit of time to finalize getting everything set up, my flight plans filed, all that good stuff, while also giving you guys a little bit of a heads up saying, hey, I'm about to start streaming. So another cool thing is I got the the Stream Deck app on my phone, and I've got all the different views set up, so I'm able to quickly switch between views without having a keyboard on my lap. And I also got some of the autopilot functions programmed into it as well. So definitely excited about that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing programmed in. So we got the FMC down here, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to move this over here, pull up this, and then let's go into our charts here. So you can see I tried this 3 times, so hopefully the third time's a charm. So let's go in here, first things first, and we'll initialize our FMS. Our call sign today is going to be Delta 1848. Cruising altitude is 23,000. Alright. And our nav cycle is actually out of date on there. We'll have to get that updated, but anyways, it should be alright. So we go into our index. Departure is going to be Birmingham, BMH. Oops. And let's just turn that off for now. BHM. And we're going to expect runway 6. We have no standard departures or anything like that. Our arrival is going to be into Atlanta. We're expecting a 9 right via the Gandalf 2, which is on the second page. Dresden. Transition, we'll just select this one, and our approach, select that. Cool. Let's look at our departure. SIDS looks good. All we're doing here is looking for anything that might be duplicates, and that looks good. In our route, the only thing that we have to add in is GUMMP right there. So we'll add that in. we're expecting 23,000 by the time we get to GUMMP. This plane does like to climb. So now let's go to our performance. We have, let's see, how many passengers do we have on board today? We got 43 for this flight. Our fuel is 5,400. 46 pounds to be exact. We're not carrying any payload, and our trim value is 5, so let's see if we can get that. Oh, first try, great. Flaps is going to be 9. Performance 2. Our cruising speed, let's see if we can get that. Top of climb. Cruise speed is 0.73. Let's go 0.68. Cruise wind will be 239 direction. 239. The speed will be at 50 knots. So as you can see, we're about 30 minutes of flight time. And let's see here. Welcome to the stream if you're tuning in. Autopilot, we're going to expect our cruise altitude just because we have just Atlanta Center online. Our heading is going to be 58. Target speed will be 250. Below 10,000. Progress. Flight plan will execute that. And then let's go to this and just kind of step through it, make sure it looks good. And it does, nothing crazy. So we'll go back on there. I think that's going to conclude everything for the FMS. Autopilot's everything's set there. Looking good. Only thing we got left is the radio. So Atlanta Center. And there's actually a lot of Atlanta centers on. There's a lot of traffic into Atlanta today, so I'm not sure which one we're going to be connecting to. There's, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5 different Atlanta centers online right now. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just we'll just pick one. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 6, 4, 2, 5. We'll go with that. So let's close that. Let's go to our chart's good. Let's go to our airport information here. We're good there. Let's get our pushback stuff set up. We're gonna go with that. Enter
Ground
that.
to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Actually, let's tell him to pull up right now.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And then let's get all this stuff set up here. We'll get our APU on. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll set our hydraulics to this. Not really sure.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, he's right there, so...
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Let's go into our flaps 9. Let's go to overhead, let's go to APU, we'll disconnect that. Tell our ground power unit to go away. I guess we'll give it a try. Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 1848 at Birmingham, looking for IFR over to Atlanta. I'm not sure if this is who I'm going to get my clearance from or not. Let's try a different one. Decimal 975. Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 1848 over at Birmingham, looking for IFR to Atlanta. I don't know which one we're supposed to contact. 128725.
Atlanta Center, cross chipper at maintain 13,250, final landing east, altimeter 3010. Send to 130. Delta Florida, so that's cross chipper at and maintain 13,000, cross chipper at 13,000. Cross chipper at 13,000, Delta 1107. And the complete instructions, cross chipper at 13,000 at 2509.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 1848 over Birmingham, looking for IFR to Atlanta.
Delta 1823 Atlanta Center, clear to the Atlanta Airport. Directors GUMMP and is filed. Maintain 4,000. Departure with me. Squawk 2047.
2047 in the box. Delta 1848.
Delta 1848, feedback correct. Runway 24 for taxi and pilot discretion advice holding short, ready to go.
Roger, we'll expect runway 24, Delta 1848. Okay, that's departure's going to be now 24.
Atlanta Center, roger.
I wonder if we select a different runway, if it changes it. let's just, I don't want to risk it. We'll do it, fuck it. Okay, let's change it real quick. All of our performance stuff is there, so departure is going to be 2-4. Route, edit, GUMP still. And our arrival is still going to be Atlanta. 9 right.
Contact Indianapolis Center 119.55. Have a safe flight.
And off 2.
Over to Indianapolis Center 119.55. Service 72. Good night. Atlanta Center 2688. Good evening. With you, Throttle 210. Delta 2688 Atlanta Center. Roger.
Okay. Let's begin our pushback here. Check everything looks good.
Delta 1873, turn right heading 180, vector for descent.
Let's get rid of these.
3000 expedite.
Let's go to our autopilot. So let's turn on flight director.
Delta 1873, turn right heading 180, vector for descent. Descend to maintain 13,000 and expedite.
Heading 180, descend and maintain 13,000, Delta 1873.
Delta 1107, right heading 180, vector for descent. Descend and maintain 13,000.
That's correct.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
Delta 1107, right heading 180, vector for descent. Descend and maintain 13,000.
Repeat that for me, please.
Delta 1107, turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 13,000 and expedite.
Turn right of 180, maintain 130.
Air Canada 859, cross chipper, add and maintain.
Oh, you know what? We don't have our APU bleed on.
Atlanta altimeter 3010.
13,000, 250 feet, chipper, Air Canada 859.
Get that thing powered on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Delta 1873, clear direct chipper, resume the arrival.
Clear direct chipper, Delta 1873.
1 minute, point, Delta 775, Delta 75, Atlanta, combat, maintain flight level 330. 735, level 330, Delta 775.
3, 4, and 5. We'll get that one going. And we are going
Tow is disconnected.
KBH.
Unlight gas bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Just want to get that all hooked up for you guys. We got our overlay on. Everything looks good there. We will switch all this.
Giant 303, Atlanta Center, cross Andre at 13,000, Atlanta altimeter 3010. Delta 1873, contact Atlanta approach
What is
128.0.
DFRD fail?
Delta 1107, turn right heading 180, vector for descent, descend and maintain 13,000.
I'm not sure what that DR fail is, but let's turn on our taxi lights now.
Delta 2688, cross chipper at maintain 13,250, out to Atlanta altimeter 3010.
Star, we're flying the Rome 6 arrival.
Alright, Delta 2688, cross Rome at 13,000 on 250 knots, dead.
Roger, Rome 135,250 knots, or 130,250 knots for 26.8.
Mm, 3005. Let's Atlanta Center, Delta 1848, ready to taxi to runway 24.
Delta 11S, I would clear direct tripper. Delta 1107, Delta 1848, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
We're looking for taxi to runway 24 for Delta 1848.
Delta 1840, I thought you were holding short, Delta, alright, in that case, runway 24, taxi and pilot discretion across all runways.
Roger. We'll taxi at our discretion, Delta 1848. Alright.
Atlanta Center, Delta 20 Heavy, crossing 13,700.
Takeoff okay.
Not sure what that DFRD fail is.
Delta 20 Heavy. Delta 20 Heavy, where are you at? We just departed, we're going southbound. Delta 20 Heavy, that gets you're supposed to be with 126.42. 126.2, 126.42, 20 Heavy.
Looks like this thing's got us going on a loop still, even though we're taking off from 24, which means that should be going the other way.
Delta 1107, Delta 1107, contact Atlanta approach 128.0. Atlanta approach 128.0.
Not sure what that DFDR fail is. Atlanta Center, Delta 1848, ready for takeoff at runway 24.
Delta 1840, stand by for coordination. Giant 303, contact Atlanta approach 124.37. Delta 1848, 24, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 24, Delta 1848. Alrighty, here we go. So I was actually reading in the manual that this thing does have a hidden auto throttle, even though in real life it does not. So we'll test that out. Bouncing down the runway.
Rotate V2.
Atlanta Delta 2184, sorry for coming over late. I just had a bunch of stuff malfunction and I had to reset it, but I'm with you at flight level 330.
Delta 2184 Atlanta Center, hello, cross, chipper at maintain 13,250 knots, Atlanta, altimeter 3010.
Alright, chipper at 13,250 knots, Delta 2184.
Let's test out this auto throttle. Just because I'm curious. So, if you notice right here, there's a little, like on all these panels, there's screws. Well, apparently if you click this top left one, it's auto throttle. So we're just going to play around with it and see what happens.
Delta 1848 Atlanta Center, radar contact, left direct Dresden, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Left direct Dresden up to 230, Delta 1848. At least he was on top of that, because I was about to turn with or without him.
Air Canada 859 contact, Atlanta approach 128.0.
280, thanks, good night.
We gotta figure out how to go direct Dresden. I don't know how to do a direct waypoint.
Takeoff, 0201 contact, Memphis Center 133.65.
Take this phone call real quick. No clue who that was. Let's see, route edit, delete, route.
Santa Tower request is here at 201, connect to center 133.65. Thank you, bye-bye. Atlanta Center, is that correct? Connect to 133.6. 332. Echo, is control 20, that's 133.64, that's for contact, Memphis Center 133.65.
Oh no. We just might have messed something up here.
That's 13365, 13365, 65. Okay, 133.65. Thank you, bye-bye.
Oh man. That's
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1848.
Delta 1848 Atlanta Center.
Can we get a heading? We kind of just messed up our FMS here going direct Dresden.
Delta 1848, Dresden set a heading of 130 from your breast position.
Roger, we'll head 130 and I'll let you know if we can get this straightened out.
2688 at line arm approach 1280. See ya.
128.0, 22.
UPS 9657 contact Indiana Bullet Center 11955. See ya. Delta 1840 Ursula on the heading. Are you able to go direct west now?
I'm still trying to figure out how to change the waypoint to direct to Dresden, Delta 1848.
Roger.
How do we go direct? Select. Let's Google this real quick. Is there... I don't see any direct to buttons. Wonder if that is it. Progress. Flight plan. Ah, there we go.
Delta 1848, you're blowing past flight level 270 at the moment. Can you send to flight level 230?
Roger, we'll head down to 230, and I got that direct to Dresden in there now.
Delta 1848, right, thank you very much.
I'm not even paying attention here. Autopilot. Let's go 23000, target altitude. So why is this thing just going up and up and up? What is going on here?
Delta 1848, contact Atlanta Center 126.42.
126.42, Delta 1848, see ya. Okay, why is this thing still going up? I don't understand.
Delta 1840, Delta 2184, contact Atlanta approach on 128.0.
28 nothing, Delta 2184, good night.
Delta Flight 376 at last hour, so maintain all 240.
Oh my goodness, I've never had struggling here. I figured out how to do that, but now I'm just messing up all this other stuff.
376 at last hour, so maintain all 240.
126425.
2376 at last.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1848 with you, descending for flight level 230.
Delta 1848, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Atlanta altimeter 3011, landing eastbound. Descend via the Gandalf to arrival.
Roger, we'll descend via the Gandalf to arrival for Atlanta, Delta 1848.
Alaska 2578, contact Jack Center now 124.77, thanks.
Okay, that was a mess. But I think we got it figured out here. So let's go to MCP and let's actually go down to 11,000. That's what we need to be at for that. So that should get us there in time. A little bit of a messy takeoff there, but you know what? The stream is still going, and that's a good thing, to say the least.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 1478, 310, checking in outside Pete.
So the auto throttle does work pretty good. It's kind of cheating with this plane,
1478, Atlanta Center, good evening.
but it does take a lot of
3011, landing
work
eastbound.
off
Descend
of
via the Gandalf to arrival.
the pilot myself
Delta 1478.
to figure out all the kinks of this damn plane. So, another cool thing that we added in was a progress bar, which you can see down towards the bottom of the screen. I also changed the ETA from being a Zulu time to an estimated time remaining, essentially. So this is saying that if we fly direct to the airport right now, well, essentially what this is it's dividing the distance that we have remaining nautical miles by our speed. So if we maintain our current speed going direct to the airport, we would in fact be at the airport in 13 minutes. Say if we just put in our waypoint of ATL. But that's how the progress bar works as well. But it doesn't take into consideration our flight plan or anything like that. So as we go towards the north, once we make that turn, you'll notice it's going to start to go a lot slower, and as we slow down, it's also going to be a lot slower. Let's bring our speed up just a bit here. Let's go to 280. Just until we get down to the auto throttle is really very, very useful. I don't have to mess around with it at all, which is nice. I mean, I've got it on my yoke set at a nice 0, so I'm hoping that we're gonna get a nice sunset arrival into Atlanta. It's looking that way right now. We'll see how it pans out. But I mean, if you look out that wing right there, look at that view. I mean, that is beautiful. So I'm hoping we can get a nice sunset into Atlanta. I think resetting the internet definitely helped. The stream is looking a lot better. As of right now, we're pulling 60 frames per second. We got a good upload speed onto YouTube. It brought a very nice descent into Atlanta. I've got my mimosa, which no, you would not be drinking as a pilot. I'm really ready for these streams to start kicking off, start getting some chat going. I'm really looking forward to growing this channel into what I envision it to be. I want to be essentially another Captain Canada in a couple of years. I know it takes some time. This is my first couple months of doing this, and really in the past 3-4 months is really when I've kicked off the most. But I think it'll be, if I just keep grinding at it, if I just we'll keep on working at it, keep improving. By the time I actually do get some good followers, we'll have pretty nice stream for everybody to watch. The sun's getting down a little bit. We might be just a little past sunset here into Atlanta. We'll take a look at our chart here. We gotta be at Gandalf at 11,000. Next one's 10,000. We're going to be contacting Atlanta approach here in a moment. While we're leveling off, let's get our speed down to 250.
Last end up 2543, 9,600, 14,000.
Got 240.
2543 Atlanta Center, good evening. Welcome aboard. Come on, maintain flight level 350. 350, 2543. Delta 1848, contact approach 127.9er.
127.9er, Delta 1848, so yeah. 127. And approach, good evening, Delta 1848 with you, descending via the Gandalf to arrival.
Delta 1848, L1 approach, runway 9 right, altimeter 3011.
Roger, we'll expect 9 right, Delta 1848.
Atlanta approach, Delta 6592 is with you at 13,000 for 12,000. reduce speed to 210.
210 for Southwest 6592.
Southwest 6592, affirmative, speed 210. Sorry about the call sign.
And 210 6592.
Go ahead and flip all of our lights on. We're a little bit low, actually. I thought we already hit that point, but that's alright. We'll just pretend that we're not. We'll just hang out here for a moment.
Delta 1223, passing 17,000, assist to arrival, exclamation Quebec.
Delta 1223, Atlanta approach, runway 9 right, altimeter 3011, verify you have information, Quebec.
I send information Quebec on board, 301, Delta 1223.
Southwest 6592, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, Southwest 6592.
Very nice plane to fly. It's gotten a whole lot easier now that I don't have to pay attention to throttles with that auto throttle bug that they've installed. Let's check if we're... Yep, we are. So let's go to 8,000 now. And we'll hit this flight change button there.
Southwest 6592, contact approach 127.25.
12725, Southwest 6592, see ya.
Lots and lots of planes coming in.
856 Mike Foxtrot, would like to pick a fire for, or VFR clearance to Hartsfield.
Sorry, calling approach, say again your call sign and where are you at?
856 Mike Foxtrot, and we're at Peachtree.
Number 856 Mike Foxtrot, roger, contact Atlanta approach on 125.7, 257, they'll help you out.
12527 for 6 Mike Foxtrot.
It's 125.7, 257.
257.
Alright, so let's take a look here at our reference speeds. 135 for 22. I think we're going to go flips 45, 129. And let's go 6,000.
So 1848, descend and maintain, correction, reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 5,000.
Reduce speed to 210, then down to 5,000, Delta 1848.
Then approach, good evening, Delta 2578 with you, speed restriction of 210 knots on a heading of 280, correction 180, 12,900.
Delta 2578 on approach, roger.
We're gonna expect.
Delta 2578, expect direct fries shortly.
Okay, we'll expect direct fries shortly, Delta 2578.
Delta 1223, reduce speed to 210.
Speed 210, Delta 1223.
Delta 1848, contact approach 127.25.
12725, Delta 1848. And then approach Delta 1848 with you on the Gandalf 249 right.
Delta 1848, land approach, ILS center right.
Roger, we'll expect 9 right, Delta 1848.
Southwest 6592, turn right 360, vector Sabano.
A little bit past sunset.
Vector to final, Southwest 6592.
Vector 443, Ely. Vector 443, land approach.
Thousand feet from our
Delta 1848, just want to maintain 4,000.
down to 4,000, Delta 1848.
Delta 6592, turn right 060, intercept the localizer.
060 until localizer sets South 6592.
There's a lot of traffic right now coming into Atlanta. We'll probably have a parallel landing coming on.
Delta 6592 is 3 miles from the EZ, cleared ILS 9 road bridge.
And cleared.
You can see them on the two of them right here. So
I'm sorry, Southwest 65 182, also maintain 180 knots or greater until Bernie. Southwest 6592, copy, maintain 180 knots or greater until Bernie.
180 or greater till Bernie, Southwest 6592.
Thank you. American 1848, turn right 060, intercept the localizer.
right to 060 to get the localizer to southwest, or I mean Delta 1848.
Thanks. Approach Delta 1223, designing south. Delta 1223, land approach, ILS and then right, so to maintain 4,000.
Let's go heading.
Southwest 6592, upper Bernie, contact Atlanta Tower, 100.1, take care. Contact tower over Bernie, south of 65992, see ya.
Delta 1848, 7 miles from EV, maintain 4,000 until established. Go to ILS, Banner out of urge, maintain 180 knots or greater until Bernie.
Roger, cleared the ILS and we'll maintain 180 until Bernie, Delta 1848.
Delta 1848, maintain 180 knots or greater.
Roger, 180 or greater until Bernie, Delta 1848.
Approach, good evening, Delta 2578, with you descending through 10,100%.
Delta 2578, island approach, ILS, Banner right.
Okay, looks like the ILS Banner right, Delta 2578.
Alright, let's go 180. Let's actually go 190. Dang. 190. And then actually let's check what our performance is. 129 flaps 45. That's Bernie for us, so we'll get ready
Delta
for
2578, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, Delta 2578.
So if we take a look out our left wing here, we can probably see another plane off in the distance. Nope, too cloudy. They're right behind us though.
Delta 1223, turn right heading 360, vectors and final already speed at 180 knots. Resident 363 is on 180 knots, Delta 1223. Delta 1223 to maintain 3,000.
And he's running right alongside of us. Oh, there he is. That's pretty cool.
Delta 1223, turn right heading 060, intercept the localizer. Delta 060, intercept the localizer, Delta 1223. Delta 2578, turn right heading 360, vectors funnel.
Right, 360, Delta 2578.
Delta 1848, cancel approach clearance. Turn right heading 180, maintain 4,000 for traffic.
Turn right 180 for Delta 1848.
Delta 1848, sorry about that, it's just traffic. He overshot the localizer there.
Yeah, I saw him. Looks like he's right below us.
Yeah, he's 1,000 feet below you, but just for safe. Delta 1223 is 3 miles from Easy Cleared ILS, 9 and right approach, maintain 180 knots or greater till a 5 mile final.
That's approach Sirius on right, sign, but maintain 180 to 5, the Delta 20.
Delta 2578, reduce speed 180 knots.
180 knots, Delta 2578.
Let's pick it back up to 210, I guess.
Delta 1848, have you initiated that the turn yet, or are you going to still localizer?
Now we're turning for 180, currently 135.
Delta 2578, turn right, 060, intercept the localizer.
Right, 060, intercept the localizer, Delta 2578.
Well, that was a little bit of a twist. We're about to capture our glide slope and someone overshot us.
Delta 1848, turn right, 275.
Right to 275, Delta 1848.
Delta 1223 over, Bernie, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
Over Bernie, 119.1, Delta 1223, good night.
Good night. Delta 1848, turn right, heading 360.
Right to 360, Delta 1848. Whoa.
Delta 1848, reduce speed 180 knots.
Slowing to 180, Delta 1848.
Delta 1848, turn right, heading 060, intercept the localizer.
Right to 060, Delta 1848 for the localizer.
Delta 2578, towers 119.1.
19.1, Delta 2578.
Well,
Approach hello, Delta 920 with you at 8,000, crossing Navy, 240 knots.
let's try this again.
Glavin arrival, Quebec. Delta 920, Atlanta approach, ILS 9 right, descend via the Glavin arrival. Alright, ILS
Roger, cleared 9er right approach for the second time, Delta 1848. Alright, well, that was a nice little twist, I guess. Southwest cut in front of us. They're supposed to be landing 8 left and ended up going 9 right. Let's just check where we are once we hit this next waypoint.
1848 over Bernie, contact Atlanta Tower 1.1, take care.
Roger, we'll contact tower on 19.1 over Bernie, Delta 1848.
Southwest 4480, RNAV 2 grids, clear for takeoff northwest.
Delta 1223, welcome to Atlanta, full short of 9 lines.
Get one shot, Nana.
Delta 717, Atlanta Tower, 9 left, line 2, line up point.
9 left, line up point, Delta 717.
120. Atlanta Tower, Delta 1848 with you, descending for 9 right.
Delta 2578, welcome to Atlanta, hold short 9 left at Dixie.
Okay, we'll short 9 left at Dixie, Delta 2578.
Bits laggy there. We're gonna drop our speed down to 1:29. It is. Atlanta Tower, Delta 1848 on final for 9 right.
Southwest 4480, contact departure 25-7. At 1848, tower 9 right, clear to land 11007.
Clear to land, Delta 1848. Alright, we'll go flaps 22.
Southwest 4480, contact departure 25-7.
Well, I wanted to get a nice sunset landing in there, but
Contact departure 125, have a good night.
Delta 717, RNAV grid, 9 left, Mike 2, cleared for takeoff.
another 15 minutes.
Clear for takeoff, 9 left, Delta 717.
Cactus 15 at 87, Atlanta Tower, 9 left, Mike 2, line up and wait.
Mark 2, 9 left, line up and wait, Cactus 15 at 87.
A bit laggy here.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright. And then we'll go flaps full.
1,000.
Green Air 112 heavy at Atlanta Tower, runway 8 left total, and the wind 1007. Delta 2578, cross 9 left at Dixie, join Lima, contact ground point 9.
Okay, we'll cross 8 left at Dixie, contact ground Lima, Delta 2578.
Delta 1223, follow 7 VFC left, cross 9 left, join Lima, contact ground point 9.
Okay, we'll follow the company 73, join Lima, let's ground, Delta 1223.
Delta 717, contact departure 257.
Order departure, Delta 717, see you.
500.
There's zero visibility here, and there's the runway. Oh, and we lost it again.
Minimums.
Cactus 1587 on a grid, 9 left, Mach 2, cleared for takeoff.
With the takeoff on left, Cactus 1587.
Under 22 at Atlanta Tower, 9 left, Mach 2, line up and wait. Line up and wait, 9 left, up to 22.
Autopilot.
10.
A little bit of a bumpy one there, but that's alright.
At 1848, welcome to Atlanta, hold short, 9 left at Sierra.
Roger, we'll hold short, 9 left at 0.
Did I hold short at 925 out for 9 right for takeoff? Say again, you're black. Delta 22, RNAV lightest, 9 left, Mach 2, cleared for takeoff. RNAV lightest, 9 left, cleared for takeoff, Delta 22. Cactus 1587, connect departure 257.
257. See ya. Sorry about the Delta 920 inbound, 9 right.
Delta 920 tower, 11079 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 9 right, Delta 920.
Wait, Victor Alpha, number 588, Victor Alpha, Atlanta Tower, 9 left, Mike 2, line up and wait. 9 left, Mike 2, line up and wait, Victor Alpha.
Atlanta Tower, TBM 6 Mike Foxtrot with you at 4,000.
TBM 695 shot, what's your position?
We're about 2 miles from Jaji, 6 Mike Foxtrot.
I got you, TBM 856 Mike 5 shot, Atlanta Tower, number 2, following ahead in 768 left, clear to land.
Be number 2, following 737, 6 Mike Foxtrot.
Got a 22, connect departure 257. Departure 257, Delta 22, see ya.
Atlanta Tower, EPS 321 heavy, would be now and down the ILS 8 left.
We'll continue to hold short here.
Atlanta Tower, EPS 321 heavy, inbound the ILS 8 left.
GPS 321 heavy at left, clear to land, 11007.
Okay, clear to land 8 left. EPS 321 heavy.
Right tower, Delta 1478, LS 9 right, Dover brief.
They're 1478 tower, 89 right, clear to land, 11007.
Clear to land, 9 right, 1478.
At 1848 cross 9 left, Sierra, join Mike, connect ground, point 9.
Roger, we'll cross 9 left at Mike, or Sierra, and then over to Mike, and then 121.9. See ya.
Green Air 112 heavy, welcome to Atlanta. Cross runway 8 right at Bravo 10. Turn right on Echo, contact ground 121.9.
Green Air 112, hold short, runway 8 right at Dixie. Looking at A light, 112.
Then to ground, Delta 1848 with you, clear of 9 left on Mike.
1848, taxi to the ramp, Lima 6, lean
Lima 6 Lima, Delta 1848. This is looking like an actual Atlanta airport. I mean, pretty cool when you have lots of VATSIM coverage going on.
112 heavy cross 8 right at Bravo 10, join active to the rim. Delta 2743 with Quebec, Squawk King 714 run for 83.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Delta 2743.
YPAD Aviation. Joining a little bit late here as we just finished up our flight and got into the gate, and we're about to power everything down. But that is alright. Thanks for joining nonetheless.
At Lima for gate 38.
Had a pretty interesting flight. Had someone cut in front of us on final there, so we had to get vectored. To get lined back up again. So we got the auto gate plug-in, so that thing is coming down on us. Well, let's disconnect from VATSIM and I'll give you a nice little replay. You can see the landing at least. It was a little bit rough, but it is what it is. Alright, let's check it out. I'll show you the settings here in just a second. We held short for a while. Completely blind on that landing there, all the way down to the runway. It's pretty crazy.
Minimums.
Opened up just at our minimum, 200 feet above the runway.
100.
So yeah, let's show you the settings real quick. Let's see here, graphics. That's what I got set right now. I'm told I actually need to check draw shadows on scenery for the rain effects in the Zebo mod. I got all my specs in the description. That's probably the only thing that is accurate to go with this stream. Let's see here. Actually, I need to change some of this reflection detail. If you look at the X-Plane website, you can see, or if you Google it, I'm not 100% sure which of these affects CPU performance and which affects your GPU. I'm actually looking to upgrade my CPU here and sometime in 2020. Right now I got an i7, but I'd like to get onto an i9 because do get a good bit of lag, especially when the weather's a bit foggy and stuff like that. You're only getting about 20 frames per second, whereas right now we're getting over 60. So building a computer is definitely the cheaper and better way to go. If that's something that you are wanting to do, I would definitely encourage it. Yeah, typically the landings are a little bit smoother than that. I did this exact flight earlier and it was a lot smoother. Only touched down at 100 feet per minute. But this one, like I said, we were completely blind all the way until 200 feet. It was before I even saw the runway, and then it disappeared again, and I didn't actually see anything until we were about 50 feet above the runway. So by the time I disengaged the ILS, we were coming in on those last couple call-outs there, so it was a bit rough. But either way, we got the plane on the ground. But I think I'm about to wrap up this video here. Might do our second leg of the flight. Since we got so much VATSIM coverage on, our next flight is in the series is going to be from Atlanta over to Columbia, South Carolina, in our tour of the United States. And then we'll continue making our way up the East Coast. But I think that's going to wrap this one up. Appreciate you tuning in, and anybody else that watched, I do appreciate it. Be sure to check out some of my latest videos on screen. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. This is Josh, the Limitless Pilot.